The jungle, usually so alive with sounds of life, was eerily quiet. Acrid smoke blotted out the sun, casting a strange orange glow on the lush green canopy. I could feel the heat from afar. As we got closer, the air grew heavy, filled with the smell of burning wood and the panicked cries of unseen creatures. We had received the call just hours before. A wildfire was raging out of control, consuming everything in its path. Our team, a mix of experienced wildlife rescuers and volunteers, sprang into action. We were all too familiar with the devastating effects of wildfires. The images from previous rescues, the terrified eyes of trapped animals, fueled our determination. We knew we were facing a race against time, a fight to save as many innocent lives as possible. Each minute felt like an hour as we loaded our trucks with medical supplies, carriers, and rescue equipment. The roar of the fire was deafening as we approached the fire line. Trees crackled and popped as the flames devoured them whole. The air was thick with smoke, making it hard to breathe. We donned our protective gear, our hearts pounding with a mix of fear and adrenaline. We knew the dangers, but the thought of animals trapped within the inferno spurred us forward. Our first priority was to locate any animals in immediate danger. The heat was intense. The ground was dangerously hot, even through our thick boots. Time was slipping away with every passing second. Then we heard it, a faint whimpering coming from beneath a fallen log. A small dog, singed and scared, huddled in terror. We carefully approached the frightened dog, speaking in soothing tones. It was a young German shepherd, its fur matted with soot and ash. Its eyes, wide with terror, reflected the inferno raging around us. We knew we had to act fast. Gently, we coaxed the dog out from under the log, wrapping it in a fire blanket to shield it from the intense heat. The dog, weak and trembling, offered no resistance. We carried it back to our makeshift triage center, set up a safe distance from the fire. There, our veterinary team was ready to provide immediate medical attention. Every life saved, no matter how small, filled us with a sense of purpose. But we knew there were many more animals out there, their fate hanging in the balance. Section 4. A mother's love, a rescuer's touch. The next rescue was more challenging. We spotted a mother deer, her fawn huddled beside her, trapped on a small island of unburned vegetation. The flames were closing in fast. Their escape route, a narrow path through the burning underbrush, was quickly disappearing. We knew we had to act quickly and decisively. Two of our most experienced rescuers, armed with fire shields and rescue nets, carefully made their way toward the terrified animals. The air crackled with heat, and the smoke was almost unbearable. But the team pressed on, their every movement a testament to their courage and compassion. With gentle coaxing and quick reflexes, they managed to guide the mother and fawn through the flames and into the safety of the unburned forest. Section 5. Finding strength in desperation. As the fire raged on, we encountered animals of all shapes and sizes. We found a group of monkeys huddled together, terrified and disoriented by the smoke and flames. A flock of brightly colored parrots, their wings singed, struggled to take flight. A baby sloth, clinging to the charred remains of a tree, cried out in distress. Each rescue presented its own unique challenges, but we faced them all with the same unwavering determination. The animals' vulnerability, their desperate struggle for survival, ignited a fire within us, a fierce desire to protect them from the flames and offer them a second chance at life. Section 6. Life after the fire. As the sun began to set, painting the smoke-filled sky with hues of orange and purple, the fire finally began to subside. Exhausted but exhilarated, we gathered at our triage center. The air was filled with a cacophony of sounds, the whimpers of injured animals, the chirping of birds, the rustling of monkeys in their temporary cages. We had managed to rescue dozens of animals from the inferno. But our work was far from over. The days and weeks that followed were a blur of activity as we tended to the animals' injuries, provided them with food and water, and prepared them for their eventual return to the wild. The fire may have ravaged their home, but it couldn't touch the spirit of these incredible creatures, and it certainly couldn't extinguish the flame of hope that burned brightly in the hearts of those who risked their lives to save them.